And once again, we are live for this week's live stream, Sacred Heart Catholic Church, Clovis, New Mexico. It's me again, Deacon Eric. As you can see, I'm by myself. Excuse me, this week. That's okay. We've got got quite a few announcements to go over and some things to talk about. I was supposed to make arrangements to have some of our choir directors on this week, but I did not do the due diligence, and we'll see if we can get that corrected by next week. Mea culpa on that. But yeah, we got quite a few announcements, some stuff going on this week. We'll just talk about that and make this a quick live stream. So if you've heard all the announcements this last Mass, you probably could tune this one out. No big deal. Or if you missed them, say came in at the tail end or something like that, this is everything you missed. So let's see. First thing on the announcement board is we're still registering for religious ed for next year. I believe yesterday was the deadline for free registration. So now until classes start, if you register, it's going to be $10 per child. Sorry about that, but we've been kind of announcing it all summer long. So sorry if you missed that opportunity, but still get your children registered for religious ed, because that'll be starting up here, well, before you know it. I imagine next month sometime. So let's see. We've got a Holy Day of Obligation coming up on August 15th. That's the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. So, yeah, that's, let's see, that's a Tuesday. So, as practicing Catholics, not only are we required to go to Mass on Sundays, we're also required to go on Holy Days of Obligation unless otherwise dispensed. So there'll be 3 Masses on that Tuesday, one at 6:30 a.m., one at 12:10 p.m., so at lunchtime, and a bilingual at 6 p.m. So plenty of opportunities there to go. If you're curious if there's a vigil the night before, no. It's just those 3 Masses on that Tuesday. The church office will be closed that day, just so you know. Let's see what else we got for announcements. We still have that expedited confirmation class coming up next month that Deacon Juan's doing. It's a quick 8-week course for Catholic adults who've received their first communion, and of course they're baptized. They just lack confirmation. So that registration's continuing through this week, I believe. So I'm assuming it's starting next week, but August 7th is the deadline for the registration for that. So if you know an adult Catholic that needs confirmation, please let them know about this, because 8 weeks is a very quick course. And from what I understand, it's a very spiritually enriching course. So it's not all just books and knowledge and stuff like that. So it's Deacon Juan, so there's going to be a very strong spiritual side to it. So moving on, let's see here. Remind everybody about men's group meeting every Monday at 5:30 in room 1 at the school. I think, was it last week that we had Dylan Ford on? I heard he gave his presentation. Maybe it was not this week, but last week. So he must have been here 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But I heard it was quite a hit. I heard there was close to 30 people that came to hear his talk. So that's great. I hope those same 30 people are continuing with the men's group and keep going. I'll be curious to talk to Jeff Mazak or anybody from the group and see how that's going. So let's see. So yeah, like I said, you've all heard me talk about this before. I would encourage any of the men from our parish, and I would say, yeah, even young men also, teenagers, or say fathers and sons, if they're a little younger than say the teenagers. Attend, go to one of the meetings. Like I said, it might be what you're looking for, and you don't even know it. So go check it out. Let's see. So this is kind of new. Um, COVID is over, obviously. It's been over for a while now, but we've, of course, received the green light from the Archbishop to have communion under both species, which we haven't done literally in years. So we have the green light to do it. We just now lack the extraordinary ministers to do it. There's not enough on our rosters right now to serve communion under both species at all the masses. So, if you may have done it in the past, and because of COVID just kind of curtailed it, you may, or maybe you've been interested, but there had been a huge need because, right now we got, Father and the deacons and stuff like that kind of, for the most part, got it handled. So, but to serve under both species, we're definitely going to need more Eucharistic ministers for that. And that's the kind of the linchpin right now. So if that's something you're interested in, get a hold of Mary Shockley. I've posted her number before on a previous feed. So reach out to her. She's, of course, her information's in the bulletin. You can reach her at sacristy@sacredheartclovis.com. Church office. You can call the office. You can call Francisco at the office, and he'll be glad to take your information and pass it along to Miss Mary. So, if there's something you're interested in, please reach back, reach out, and let us know. So that way we can get a group together, get them trained, and get back to having Mass. I don't want to say the way it's supposed to be, but maybe the way we like it. How's that? Maybe that's a little bit better. So let's do that. So also, another thing that Father has really would like to see is more folks in the choir, and because for all the masses, we just need more volunteers. A nice large choir is great. And I know there's people in our parish that can sing and sing well, because that's kind of when you're in sanctuary, everybody's singing towards you. So I know they're out there. I hear them. I hear some beautiful voices, but they're not in the choir. So consider joining the choir. And like I said, either reach out to Miss Mary, or reach out to the office, or Father, or me, or anybody, and just let us know. Hey, I want to be in the choir. You don't need to have a huge. You don't need any. I wouldn't say you don't have to be a musician or have a musical background, read sheet music, anything like that. Some people just have a natural ability to sing in key, and that's it. That's all we need. So if you're shy, don't be shy. It's great to serve in the liturgy, so don't be shy. Let's see what else we got. Announcements. Let's see, we got a baptism class. Our next baptism class is next Monday, August 7th, 6:30 in the school. Mandatory class for parents and godparents. So, and we all know that. That's no surprise there. But if you're looking to participate with, or participate in a baptism for somebody else, or you have a child that's needing baptism, go to the class. Even if you're not going to have it done real soon, you can get the class out of the way. So even if you don't have plans to even have the baptism, immediately, just get the class knocked out. So get signed up for that. Call the office. Let's see. We need some more folks to help with the church cleaning ministry. Help keep our beautiful church beautiful. And I don't, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that's a huge time requirement thing. I think if there's enough folks helping, it doesn't require a lot of your time. And it's a beautiful way for those who are, we'll say introverted, like to help behind the scenes. This is a great ministry to do that, because you get to serve the Lord in His church, and there's no spotlights, there's no fanfare or anything like that, and some folks are very happy with that. They'd rather just help and know that they helped. Some people are very into that, and I can appreciate that. It's very humble. Let's see what else we got. Our seminarian, Tomas Tanus. This is his last weekend with us. I thought it was going to be last weekend, but I guess he's going to stay through this next weekend. So after every Mass, I think there's going to be a little, a little farewell thing in the over at the hall. Coffee, donuts, whatever they're planning. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's something, but a little snack and a chance to wish Tomas farewell and give him a warm Clovis send off. So just make a little time, in your schedule after Mass this weekend, instead of hopping in the car and taking off, just swing by the gym and wish our seminarian good luck, farewell, God bless. It's good. It's good for him. It gives that it's not easy priestly vocation. So any encouragement that to feel that warmth and love, that shot in the arm, it's good spiritual juice. So be sure to stop by and wish him well. Let's see. I think that's everything for the announcements. The only thing that was on that, ACA, Annual Catholic Appeal. Father talked about it last week. I talked a little bit at the Mass I was at. So, and this is no surprise to everybody. There's an annual Catholic Appeal every year, where we send money to the Archdiocese to pay for that infrastructure of the Archdiocese, to pay for those things that need to be done, and support, the Archbishop's offices and his staff and everything, coming downwards. The church is an institution as much as it is a community, and so the Archdiocese needs the money. They base the money, each parish, I guess their goals based on how many families are registered at the church. I think our church, Sacred Heart, has like 1,100 families registered. So they set our goal for $35,000 this year. If I recall, we're at 19,000. So it's more than halfway there, and we're definitely in striking distance. The thing that's surprising really is that the 19,000 has only come from 77 families. Only 77 families have actually registered and donated. So we still obviously have another almost 1,000 families that haven't taken the time yet to donate. So I've always heard that it's more important to have, not so much the dollar amount is important, it's just that more families participate, and I'm not sure why. That might have something to do when they're looking back. When we need something from the Archdiocese, they're like, well, you say you have 1,100 families, but from what we tell you, only got 200 families, and so there's an inconsistency, and Father can probably explain a lot better than I could, but to those who haven't had the opportunity to do it yet, I would encourage you to just go ahead and go online, the Archdiocese, find the ACA link, Send a donation. It doesn't have to be a lot. Whatever you can afford, $10, $20, $30. If 1,000 families do it, we'll blow the goal out of the water. So it's not a huge donation, and you might think to yourself, well, that low of a donation, it's maybe not worth the trouble, but it's important. Like I said, we're out of the bankruptcy now. Now we're trying to rebuild. So the Archdiocese can definitely use that money. So yes, I would love it if we hit the goal, definitely. But we'd also like to see more families contribute. So I know I hate talking about the money stuff. I'm like Father Michael. I'm not comfortable with it, but I figure, for $10, $20, $30, that's not so bad, So I think everybody can manage to help out with that. So I'll go ahead and bring that up again. Let's see. I think that's everything for announcements, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Not that I can think of. I heard we're going to have our church picnic in October. I don't know if anybody else knows that, but I think that's a plan. I think we have a tentative date for that. I'm going to see if I can find out more about that. I loved the last church picnic we did, so I'm looking forward to doing that again. So I'm sure sometime soon I will be drumming up support for that. So if you helped out with that last time, consider helping out again, because it was pretty awesome. I mean, there was a lot of volunteers, and a lot of folks came out for it. And we had the outdoor mass, and it was a beautiful day. And, I mean, it was great. So I'll just tease you with that little tidbit that's coming. It's coming. More info to come. All right, I'm going to call it a night. I'm sure you're all tired of hearing my voice. I don't blame you. It's how long have I been on? Too long. 17 minutes. Ugh. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful evening. God bless. Be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.